Well, hello everyone, it's Helen Godden here, and as promised I said I would do a full Monty reveal of the monster that I've been working on for 6 months. We have trimmed it today and put the binding on. The binding is yet to be actually hand stitched, but I'm happy that it's secured and ready now to go under the hand needle. But there has been 75 hours of painting, 110 hours of quilting, 8.5 kilometers of thread, and I've calculated 4.25 million stitches. So it's currently spread out on my mum and dad's front veranda because it's in the shade and it's a big long clear space. So I'm going to gradually walk along here, tell you about the things that I see and show you the quilting. So we've got the sunset area here with the kookaburra and the boab tree or bottle tree, and you can see some pretty cool stitching in there with the salt effect. This is where I put salt when I'm painting with the dye. There's the emu eggs and the emu, which is the daddy emu, looking after the babies. Here is the wombat and the frilled neck lizard. Lots of cool stitching on them. The emu is actually looking at the wombat is looking at the emu chick, and the frilled neck lizard's laughing at them all. Up here, all the sand dunes and spinifex grass, the grass trees, and then Uluru in the background, otherwise used to be called Ayers Rock. In the sky up there, lots of different quilting, including the Southern Cross, those 4 stars. Galahs are flying over the bungle bungles, or katajuta, either one. Ghost gum trees, really like the quilting in those. They are so beautiful and white. We come down here. These are not fried eggs. These are flowers called poached egg daisies, and they look like eggs. Down here to the anthill, here's the echidna chasing the ants. Run away, run away. There we go, on the anthill. Across here to a billabong, which is a pond. And there's our platypus. Up here to the grey kangaroo with all the quilting, and the little Joey saying, "Mummy, mummy, let me in the pouch." This purple and yellow thing that's everywhere, when you get to see the whole piece, it's a rainbow serpent. Let me just squeeze around here. I'm trying to walk between the edge of the garden and trying not to tread on the quilt. Yes, didn't really plan this very well. I have no idea where I'm going to hang a 6.5 by 1.5 metre quilt. There's the rainbow serpent. Up there is galahs and cockatoos and wattle, which is the symbol of Australia, coming down, looking a bit like coronavirus, but you know, we won't mention that. That's the Indigenous flag of Australia. There's little people in the quilting there. Patterning that implies Indigenous patterns and artwork. The billabong. I'm going to move along without hopefully tripping. The big red kangaroo having a sip of water. Loads of quilting, including kangaroos, going around the leg there. We move up here and I've got the Australian flag and a very abstracted gum tree with the koala. These are waratahs, symbol of New South Wales, an Australian native flower. These are sturt desert peas, another native flower on the sand. There's that rainbow serpent. According to Indigenous legend, the rainbow serpent shaped our land, made the mountains and the hills. Up through this section we've moved into Sydney area, and you've got the buildings and the suburbs of Sydney with the trees, and the Opera House with the tiled sails of that extraordinary building. Really is an amazing building in Sydney Harbour. I've only put one yacht on the harbour there, but you can see some fishy quilting. And here is Bruce the shark. There's Nemo. Okay, all the little fishies of the barrier reef. Okay, including the stingray that killed Steve Irwin, and the lionfish, and some turtles, and the blue ring octopus. And if I come back a bit this way, above the shark, there's a lovely big wave. And then this is Luna Park, which is our theme park right there under the Harbour Bridge in Sydney, Harbour Bridge and Opera House. Those three elements really make up the skyscraper, what do you call it? Yeah, that bit of the Sydney. Beautiful sunset. Also looks a bit like fireworks, which we celebrate in Sydney all the time. Magpies, they're the black and white ones. You can see all the stitching. That's all white stitching on the sky. Everywhere else is black. These are palm cockies, particular to North Queensland. A black cockatoo with a red comb. So this area is Queensland. You've got your yacht sailing in the Whitsundays, the sunset, palm trees and tropical hibiscus. You've got your blue ring octopus. And that's the Torres Strait Islander flag. So I'll try and zoom in now on more of the quilting. Lots of different patterns there to represent the water. There's a leaf, little people, little spirograph in the middle there. There's the cathedral windows, but in a curve to make the tiled patterns of the sails. Jigsaw puzzle. Some different watery patterns down here, and a fishy pattern. It's like flying geese, but fish. On the serpent, I've only quilted the yellowy areas. I'm still deciding if I'll go back in and quilt the purpley areas. That's a really good example of how the salt changes the texture. So I use different patterns for different areas. So the yellowy area is the sand and sandstone of Sydney. Green grass is wavy lines. I decided that when it became water, the wavy lines cross over each other, and that sort of makes the waves as such. So you can see that transition there from grass to water. The stairs here at the Opera House, it's got people on it. But in the main, I haven't included people in this piece other than obviously people built the Opera House and built the buildings, but otherwise it's more about the animals and the landscape. If I shuffle up here a bit, we can see more of the quilting. Little koala. Come across here, the kangaroo. All the beautiful colours of the billabong. Onto the grey kangaroo with the little joey. The big red rocks in the background I just kept with a layered conglomerate rock kind of quilting. The sky is all just flowing lines and flying geese kind of business. All the birds are actually based on a circle. If you notice, I started with a circle and created the birds within that circle. I just have to hang on and move around on this veranda here. Here's the platypus. Beautiful shaped creatures. No, they don't have circle patterns on their back, but mine does. Hang on while I just go around this pole. Very difficult filming conditions. There we go, the echidna and his ants. I did enjoy doing this quilting. So this is just kind of really a stipple, but having it curved with that shape tells you it's a rounded lump. Frilled neck lizard, wombat, all the different stitching there for the sand dunes and for the different patches of grass. Let's zoom up here. I did some really fine detailing in Uluru to try and make it look like it's in the distance. And if you look at the sand dune, that quilting I've continued everywhere, the horizontal elongated stippling, but you can see it's much bigger in size down here and much finer up there, hopefully helping give that sense of distance. I also added a couple of teeny weeny silhouette kangaroos, which hopefully tells you that they're a long way away and that that rock is enormous. Okay, so there's the Southern Cross in the sky. And we're back over near the beginning. All the little zigzag shapes trying to describe the feathers of the emu. They've got really scruffy, layered, small feathers. That's a pretty accurate colour for the emu eggs. They're grey on the outside, grey-green, but as soon as people carve into them, there's this beautiful teal colour on the inside. And here's the boab tree. This is the first section I painted, the last section that I quilted. And there's my dragonfly in the sun, in the centre there, if you can see it. Oh my goodness, I cannot believe it's finished. So now I'm going to try and step over the corner here. Oh, and show you, oh, it's a bit scrunched. Oh, I'm sorry, but check it out. Yeah, I've scrunched it up there, my mistake. But look at that. Okay, so it's 6.5 meters, which is 22 feet. I'm just going to walk back down here again and try and straighten this out for you. Sorry if you're getting a bit seasick. Well, we are on the ocean here. Woo! And I'll jump over this side and show you the view from this end. There we go. I'll stand up. So the bottom edge is wavy. Oh, still left a mess down there. Okay, so the top and the sides are straight and the bottom edge is wavy. Now Mum and I are going to hand stitch that binding. We're going to keep track of the hours, but that is the final of it, folks. 6.5 or 22 feet long, all hand painted, original design, all quilted on my handy quilter Sweet 16, 110 hours of quilting, 75 hours of painting. I have enjoyed every single second of it. It's been a challenge. COVID has actually allowed me to do this because all my teaching and travelling stopped and I was able to contemplate tackling this huge project. I've also admit that I've done very well this year with all my online classes because people have been stuck at home. They've been looking for education and inspiration and they know they come to Helen Godden for that. So with that income coming in, I've been able to allow myself the time to put into this project. So it's absolutely been amazing. I think I'm going to be making more large quilts in the future. But thank you very much to all of you who have supervised me at various times when I required supervision whilst quilting. And how on earth I'm going to take a full photo of it, I don't know. But at this stage, I've just got the video for you all to watch. So thank you so much, everyone, for helping me along and encouraging me. And I hope you enjoy this. And who knows where one day we might be able to see it hang. But for now, it's going to stay here with the binding fairy. And she'll do her magic. So Thanks everyone. See you very soon. HelenGordon.com. Bye.